What up, though, internet? I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be covering 7 more lessons from the Free Code Camp course. You can go to freecodecamp.org to pull up the course. Like I said, we're going to be covering 7 lessons. Where we're going to start is from the introduction to HTML5 elements. And we're going to get started. Before we do get started, I'm going to go ahead and post these solutions on my GitHub account. I'm going to put it in the description of the link. And I'm going to put my Twitter and my Instagram account if you guys want to follow me. Like I said, I'm going to go through the whole responsive web design certificate. And this is going to be all on YouTube. Eventually, I would like for us to get to the front end library certificate. We'll probably cover these a little later. These probably won't get until next year, but these courses are my primary courses. The responsive design, the JavaScript algorithm. I know you guys are probably going to look forward to seeing this, and the front end libraries. I know I'm looking forward to getting into some libraries. So, with that being said, let's get started. Introduction to HTML5 elements. So in this lesson, HTML5 gives more descriptive HTML tags, such as header, footer, the navigation, video, article, section. These tags are a lot more descriptive for the search engine, so you can be able to find things. Unlike previous HTML5 versions, these are, like I said, these are a lot more descriptive. So you can almost like read it like English and say, oh, that's doing that. And it's pretty simple. The first tag we're gonna cover is the main tag. This tag allows you to do search engine optimization and have more accessibility. It's used to find main content on your tag. Okay, for this lesson, we're going to create a second P tag and surround both P tags with the main tag. So we already have one P tag right here. We're going to create a second P tag. So I'm going to create a second P tag. And I like to make all my tags out one time, and the second P tag is going to have all this text right here, so we're just going to copy and paste that there. Alright, and we're going to surround it with a main tag. And once we surround this with the main tag, sorry guys, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit for me so I can see this. So once that's done, we're going to run it, and the test is complete. And that's how you do the main tag. You just, all it does is it just contains your HTML code. That's all it really does. So, excuse me. This next lesson, we're going to add an image to your website. The second tag we'll be covering. The second tag we're covering is the IMG tag. This tag is used to create images on our website. There's 3 parts to this tag. There's the IMG. Well, let me back up. So when I say 3 parts, there's 3 elements. There's the IMG, there's the SRC, the source, and there's the alternate. You're only required 2 out of the 3, but it is good to put all 3. You can leave out the alt, but you need the image and the source. The image is the actual tag itself, while the source is the source of where the image is coming from. The alternative tag is it's like text for like blind people be able to see. So say not only just blind people, but it allows you to hover over the image and actually see it. So if you have a photo of a cat, you hover over it, it'll say this is a cat. Or for example, if a blind person obviously can't see the computer, so if they have like, special software, as you hover over it, it will say, oh, this is a cat. So that's what it's used for. So what we're going to do is, like I said, guys, you can read this. I'm just going to go over what's being covered in here. You're going to create a image source. And is this supposed to be wrapped? Your page should have an image element. The image element should have source, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to assume, try to add an image to your website. Okay, so I'm just going to just add it. It doesn't say I need to put it anywhere particular. So you put image, followed by source. And the source is this link right here. Sorry guys, my MacBook is not the fastest when you record videos. And we're going to do Alt. And we're going to put some text in it. So as you can see, the text, actually we're going to put this above the image. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this above the image. That's better. That's much better. Cat photo image. Okay, perfect. All right, this is a cat. This is a cat. And we're gonna close that tag. And that should complete this particular requirement. Page should have the image element. You should have the source attribute. Your image element should have the alt attribute. We run the test, and bada boom. If you guys want to, you guys can pause the video. If I'm going too fast, just pause it. I try not to make these videos no more than 10 minutes long, 10 to 15 minutes. I know my last video was about 20 minutes, so I'm trying to make this a little bit more quicker. And like I said, I'm going to have a GitHub account. I'm going to post all the code in the GitHub account to allow you guys to just review the code. If, say, you're at work or in front of a computer, if you can't get to the site, you can at least look at the code. So the third tag we're going to be covering is the external pages with anchor elements. The anchor tag, so is this called? Yeah, external pages with anchor elements. So the anchor tag is a tag that allows you to automatically jump in between certain sections in a web page. You can think of this as like an elevator, being able to go to certain floors. So instead of stairs, i.e. scrolling, you can just click the anchor tag. So if you just say, for example, you wanted to hop between, instead of you wanted to get to here, you put an anchor tag up here and you click the link, it will just automatically just jump to the page. So I can't show it right now. Free CodeCamp won't actually do this particular tag. I've tried because I really wanted to show you guys, but we're gonna go ahead and write the code out. Let me see here. Create an A element. Keep this below the image. I create an element. It has cat's photo as this anchor tag. Alright, so we'll do this. Yeah, we're gonna put this image below it. href equals So this is the footer, and we have to put a particular text in here. So when the user clicks the link, it will jump to a particular section in the page. So, oops, we're gonna put jump to cat. So Make sure I did this right. Why is this all a link? I think this is supposed to be above here. That's interesting. Ahref. All right, we're gonna keep coding. Don't know what is wrong with this code. Why it's doing a whole link? It wasn't doing this before, but hey, this is where everybody makes a mistake in their code. If you make a mistake in your code, you can fix it. So, you know, so there's nothing wrong with mistakes. And you close this with a footer. And I think, yep, that's about it. So let me see here. Your A element should have the anchor text, cat's photo. You need a element that links to free code camp. Did I did this the wrong way? I think I might have got this confused with another course lesson. Link an external page with the anchor element. Ah, you know what? I'm so embarrassed. This is another lesson. I'm getting ahead of myself, so I actually have to delete this code. So this is covering this. I'm just gonna read the requirement because my notes are confusing me. Link to external pages with anchor elements. So this wants you to link the code. Anchor elements need a destination web address. Create an A element that links to freecodecamp.com and has cat's photo as its anchor link. Okay, that's an easy. We can do this. Luckily, this is an easy one. If this was like an algorithm, we would have had some problems. I probably would have had to stop the video. Href. Let's do HTTPS. freecodecamp.org. And this is going to be, what does the text want? Cats. Oh, freak. You need an anchor. This needs to be free code cat photo app.com. Matter of fact, I'm gonna copy this just to make sure I don't mistype this. Alright, .com. And it's gonna say cats photos. I'm gonna close this anchor tag with an A closing tag. So, which explains why we were getting a bunch of links. So, all you're doing is just creating a link that's going to link to free code Apple. Oh, wow, this is actually a link. I never clicked the link on here. So, this should pass. Oh, what's going on? Cats. Space. Cats photos. All right. So, sorry, free code camp. Maybe next time. Link to internal section of the page. All right. So, the next step we're gonna do is link to internal sections of a page with an anchor elements. So let me make sure I got this right. Okay, so this is where I got confused. So this is the, I think this is the footer one. Yep, this is external page. Link to internal. Do you want to? I think this is it. Footer. Jump to the. Okay, yep, this is the footer one. So I actually got this confused with something else. So this is the footer one, where you're going to create a footer. This is number 4. We're in lesson number 4, guys. So what's going to happen is we're going to create a footer, and that footer is going to go down to the bottom of this page. So say if we click a link, instead of scrolling to a particular section, it will just go to that section. So say I click this link, instead of just me having to scroll down, say, okay, for example, say if this cat photos is linked to this one, instead of me have to scroll down, if I click this, the browser will automatically scroll down and hit this paragraph right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and create the footer. So I'm gonna remove the target blank. They want us to remove the target blank. All right, and we're gonna give this an ID. Let's see here. The A tag should have an hyperreference footer. So we're gonna give this footer an ID. We'll cover IDs in later videos. Footer. Oops. Keep this lowercase. Footer. Alright, and the text, a text should be jump to bottom. So we're going to change this from cat's photos to jump to bottom. So this is gonna, when you click this jump to bottom, it's gonna go to the bottom right here to copyright cat photo app. And so this is the footer. So we're gonna have to give this footer an ID. So you're gonna put ID equals, and it's gonna be named footer. So you don't have to put pound. The pound footer, this tells the hyperreference that this is the ID. So whenever you think of IDs, think of the number sign, like an ID number. So if you have an ID, it needs to begin with a pound followed by the name of that ID. So it's pound and then the name, pound and then the name, and then you have to link it with that particular tag. So this should be done. Let me see if this actually, yeah, see, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, this doesn't work. If you run the test, this should work. Yep, it does work. Like I said, the footer tag doesn't work, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it doesn't. That's one of the few tags you can't test in Free Code Camp. All right, we're on lesson number Let me see what lesson we're on. Nest and anchor tag element within a paragraph. So my notes are all messed up. It's okay. We can we're gonna keep moving forward. So we're going to nest an anchor element within a paragraph. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an anchor tag in a paragraph. So I'm gonna make the code first and then I'll explain it. So what we're gonna do is you need an A element that links. Okay, we know how to create A elements and we already know how to link them. Your A element should have the anchor text of cat's photos. I think this is it, cat's photos. Your A element should be nested within a new P element. Okay. Your P element should have the text view more with a space after. Your anchor element should not have the view more. Make sure the P element has a closing tag and make sure the A element has a closing tag. So all we're going to do is we're going to create a new P tag. So we're going to create a brand new P tag. We're going to create the opening tag. And we're going to create the closing tag. And we're going to nest this. Actually, we're going to create the text first. View more space cat photos. So I want you to think what we're gonna do next. What we're gonna do next. Let you pause the video and think what we're gonna do. I'm gonna come up here, let you pause this video and see what we're gonna do next. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the requirements. So we're gonna create a link in here. And this link is gonna actually open a new web page. To open a new web page in an anchor element, you need to put this text. The text says, well, that text syntax. You need to type this syntax. It's actually called, when you write code, the code is called syntax. The syntax you need to put is obviously the A element, well, the A tag, followed by target equals blank with quotations both around it. You're going to create your hyperreference element, followed by 2 quotations, followed by your link. So you need to, what is this link being linked to? Let's bring link back to the free cat photo apps. Yeah, I got free code, can't get some humor. So we're gonna then close this, and then we're gonna open it. Well, we're gonna close this opening tag, and then we're gonna close the entire tag itself. So now if you look at it, a few more cat photos, and you click it, boom. So this should work. We'll run the test. Boom. I think we're getting close. The next thing is dead links. I'm going to cover dead links now. This is an easy one. All you're going to do is, instead of having a link for this hyperreference right here, we're just going to remove it. And what this does is, if you want to test code but you don't want to put a link in it, you literally just put a pound sign. And that makes your link dead. So if I click the link, it's not supposed to work. So if you click the link, it's not supposed to work, but this should work now. Yeah, so that's what dead links do. All you do is just put a pound, this to make the link dead. All right, we got 2 more lessons and we're done. Like I said, we're actually turn an image into a link. So we're gonna turn this image into a link. This is gonna also be an easy lesson. We're just gonna wrap the cat image around a web link. That's what they want. Actually, we're not going to turn it into a web link. We're just going to wrap the dead link around the image. That's all we're going to do. You can make elements into links by nesting within an A element. Nest your image with an A element. Here is your example. So, alright, so what we're going to do is nest the image within a element. So, okay, we'll write our A tag. And then we will put the pound sign. We'll close that bad boy. And then we create another A tag. And I think that's about it. Yep, that's it. So normally if we would click this image, for example, this hyperreference, if we click this hyperreference on this page right here, this would probably bring up a web link, but because this link is dead, you're not going to get anything. I don't know why it keeps going back to free code camp, but it's not supposed to load anything. Only thing that's you see is the image. So if you run this, and that's it. So the last one, let me reset this code. Actually, okay. Sorry, you guys weren't supposed to see that, but you get the point. So the last thing we're going to do is create a list. We're going to create an unordered list. Unordered lists are pretty easy. You have unordered and order lists. Like it sounds, you're just going to make a list that's unordered or a list that's ordered. And it's going to look something like this over here. Did reset the code. Okay. All right, perfect. So I'm going to put this in our main tag. And we're going to do this. Close this. And then you have a main tag right here, and then you have subtags. Subtags are just subtags within the main tag. It's actually pretty much what it is. So we'll copy this, copy that, and we're gonna just put 3 things that cats love to do. So they like to sleep. Oops. They like to sleep, eat, and play. That's all I know what cats like to do. They like to eat, sleep, and play. And that's it. We're actually all set. That's today's lesson. We're gonna cover the next 7 lessons. Sorry guys, I mentioned I actually was trying to make sure my notes were comprehensive. I thought they were, but I'll just be a little better next time. I'm gonna link my social media accounts as well as my GitHub repository with the lessons I'm gonna cover, and we're gonna keep chugging along. I'm gonna try to have the 3rd video out before the end of the weekend, so you'll probably see another video by Sunday. But that's pretty much it. Y'all take care. All right.